Hey guys, Doug Cook here with Team Cook Bass Fishing. I just wanted to kind of take a minute and show y'all a little tip, kind of help you find some fish if they're starting to come up to spawn. Maybe they're on some beds or whatever, and the water's a little bit too dirty to see them. It's kind of a good search bait just to get those fish to expose themselves so you know they're there. Maybe you're practicing, you're just trying to find where they're at. So I'm gonna take a worm. You can use any kind of stick worm. This is the new clout worm from 6 Cents. Cosmic black. It's a good dirty water color. On this worm, you can see one end's a little bit skinnier than the other. So basically what I'm gonna do, that's gonna actually help it come through the grass a little better if there's any grass around there. Is most people would probably rig it up through the bigger end. I'm actually gonna rig it through the small end with just a regular old offset worm hook. And another tip is you want to feed it through a little bit farther than normal. That's going to place that hook more in the center of that worm. Alright, you see how that skinny end's on up the line? Just that skinny end's gonna come through any kind of grass better. And that places that hook point, more towards the middle of the worm. You can, expose it just like that. Kind of flatten it out a little bit. Alright, and then on your bigger end, that's where you take the little blade here. This one's made by, I think, Talon lures. And it kind of helps you where you have a bigger end to screw this thing into. If you try to screw it in the skinny end, you're probably going to have to bite it off. Alright, so screw your blade all the way down in there. And there you have it. This bait right here, I first learned about it. I think Keith Poche was fishing it on the Red River, the 2012 Classic, and he almost won it. But he was basically just throwing it around. There's spawning fish. He couldn't really see them, so he was just searching for them. But what I like to do is just throw it out there and just kind of slow roll it, twitch a little bit, and a lot of times the fish won't even eat it, but they'll just come up and kind of roll on it or just expose themselves. And a couple years ago on Toledo Bend, I was practicing for a little tournament, and we ended up getting second in the tournament. It was like 80 something boats, but we didn't catch them like this, but I found the fish like this. The next day they wouldn't really eat it. They were wanting more of just a trick worm and a spinnerbait. But I found the fish the day before doing this, just throwing it out there, reeling it, keeping it high up in the water. But I mean, you can fish it a lot of different ways. You could take a smaller blade, willow blade, screw it in there, peg you a 1/8 ounce or whatever weight you want, and fish it like a speed worm. Just burn it. There's a lot of different ways you can fish it, but that's just one more way. And I really like this clout worm because you can wacky rig it. You can rig it like this. You could just weightless Texas rig it, shaky head. And this is a really good dirty water color with that gold blade. I think it'll help you catch some fish, especially with a lot of the lakes in the south being kind of high and dirty right now. But I'll link everything below in the description, and hope it helps you catch some.